Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Well, we had a local auction here, and a gentleman had passed away, and he was a contractor, and he's been gone for a while. So, as a matter of fact, he's the one that built this garage onto my house for me. So, went to the auction, and they had already gotten rid of most of the really good stuff. This is just some of the leftover stuff. Stuff was going really cheap. If I would have had room and more ambition, should have bought a lot more stuff. But they came to these, a trawler and a Power Trowel, I think they call them. And you know how they do. He says, I'm going to put them both together. So you know how they do. Start out, he wants $100, and then he wants $50, and then he wants $20, and he got down to $5, and I raised my hand. Before he could see me, he was down to $2. Now this is for both of them. So I bid 2, somebody else bid 3, and I bid 4, and that was the end of it. I got them. I got these 2 for $4. Yeah, I know they're old, but the Briggs and Stratton engines on them are worth that. And it's amazing. It turns over fine. And looking in the gas tank, there's a little bit of gas in there, and the tank doesn't look too bad. And I'm thinking that these may have never had any of that new gas in them, because they've been stored inside for a long time, I believe. So we might get lucky. The throttle even works on it, which kind of surprised me. So, and this one, like I said, I think it's a Power Trowel, and I think how this works is that you clamp a 2x4 right here on both sides, and then this just has a counterweight right here that spins and vibrates. Now this engine turns over. It's got compression too. I haven't looked in the tank yet. This one needs a little bit of work. It's got a broken mount here. Well, they both need a little work, but I get to set up on a tripod and I'm going to see if this one's got spark. If it does, we'll throw some gas in it and see if maybe it'll actually start. I don't know. Daylight out, so I don't know if I'll be able to see it or not. Maybe I won't even be able to see it. And the starting rope is tied on the handle. I'm going to have to get a little darker to see for sure. That or else hang on to the wire and try it. Now I opted to use a drill to get her up to speed, and so I could cup my hand around it in the dark and see, and there is no spark, so probably going to have to clean the points. Well, everything came apart fine. Got the points cleaned up, got spark now, got it all back together. So I'm not going to try anything else except dump some gas in here. What do you guys think? If it's going to go or not? I did check the oil and it's right up full to the top. Looks like there's some crap in there. So pull that out. I'm going to give it just a little squirt here, just to make it a little easier. I'm going to use the rope. See what happens. I took the trowels off, cracked the bolts loose and screwed them out with my fingers. Couldn't believe it. Short rope. Probably should choke it too, shouldn't I? Now, a couple more of this rope. If it doesn't go, we're going to use a drill because it's too dang short. One more. Alright. Drill. I would have thought it would have done something with that gas in there. Try a little more. Which maybe that spark plug isn't any good either. It sparked outside, but that don't mean it's going to spark when it's in the engine. Give it a little throttle. Probably going to have to take it off and clean that. But you never know. Sometimes you get that. Yep. I think she's going to run alright, but going to have to clean that. Well, I never tried it like this before. I just took the tank off and pop the pickup tube off, and that's what we got. Screen actually looks pretty decent, but got a bunch of crap here. And that little pocket that this sets in had a bunch of crap in the tank, so I'm going to get this functioning. And I'll blow some air in here where the jet is, make sure that's clear. Stick her back together and see if she'll go. Yeah, this pickup tube's plugged up big time. I had some carb cleaner stuff, been running it down the tube and here and blowing air and whatever I could think of to try to get that ball freed up in there, and it just isn't having it. So this vise doesn't have any teeth in it, so got her clamped in there fairly good with this part sticking out because I don't want to distort that because that's what plugs back up into the carburetor body. So I'm going to attempt to get this end off. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you don't. And I don't think I'm having any luck here. Let me try just a little bit of heat. Maybe that'll expand this part enough that it'll let loose. Ooh, I just seen something pop out that end. I think the pliers are just slipping on there. So you don't want to distort things. Nope. Okay, so maybe that heat did some good. I'm going to try the carb cleaner again in some air. Got her working. So apparently that heat must have loosened something up in there, because I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the video, but I seen it go psst and spit some stuff out here. So I stuck that tube of that carb cleaner down in there and sprayed it 3 or 4 times and blew air both ways, and pretty soon she was working. So I can suck on it when I blow on it, the check valve works. So I think we're good to go with this part of it. Yeah, we'll give this a little squirt here. Use that screw and washer. There's the tank on. Oh, there she goes. Okay. Get this back in there. I'm going to give it a light tap here. That should do it. Okay, we'll just try her with a choke this time. Partial choke. taking them drawels off would make this all sets up off the ground, but getting something to hold that up is going to be kind of an issue, I guess. So maybe if I put my foot on it. Slow it down a bit. Yeah, let's open this up a bit. Quarter of a turn. Screwdriver's too fast. Definitely going to have to mess around just a little bit with it here, so I'll do a little tweaking on it and get back with you. Well, I adjusted the main jet and the idle stop screw. Got her running pretty decent now. And of course, can't speed it up because it wants to go. So, that wasn't actually too much work. Of course, it's going to need some more TLC, but I think it'll be a usable piece of equipment with, like I say, a little more tweaking and tender loving care. So I guess this one was get it running video and assess it. So if you enjoyed her, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. We'll look into getting that other one running sometime.